Part of staying knowledgeable involves learning about innovative uses of AI. One thing that excites me is how AI continues to develop in new ways. This means there's always more to learn, more tools, more examples of how people have integrated AI into their work, more guidelines on how to use AI responsibly, and even new types of models. Staying informed about new developments in AI can empower you to use it more effectively. My name is Sharbani, and I'm a senior director in the core machine learning group at Google. That means the teams I work with build the infrastructure and tooling that helps you build and produce amazing AI innovations faster and easier. I'm excited to help you learn more about how to stay current with developments in AI. First, you'll learn how to evaluate new AI tools. You'll explore inspiring AI innovations and consider how others have integrated AI in their fields. Lastly, you'll identify opportunities to leverage AI in the workplace. I hope you're excited to continue this journey and explore strategies to stay up to date with AI as it advances into the future. Let's begin. Hi, I'm Sharbani. I'm a senior director in the core machine learning group at Google. The core machine learning group runs all of the infrastructure that our science teams need to be able to build great innovation like the PaLM model or the upcoming Gemini model. My background is I'm a pretty standard issue nerd. I've always loved science and math. I ended up studying physics and mathematics undergrad. I worked in physics labs all through college. I just gravitated to hard problems, and I think machine learning is a field that is ripe with a lot of hard, high-impact problems. It's just mad, like how fast things are accelerating. When you look at traditional business planning and say, let's plan our long-term vision, right? So you're saying, okay, what's the right timeline for that? 3 years, right? We're looking at 3 months as a long-term timeline because things are changing so quickly. So you see people starting to innovate and dream at a pace like never before. Access to AI has become so much easier for everyone in their everyday lives. The barriers to have to get it started or to figure out how it works just don't exist like they did before. And anybody can be interacting with AI in a very natural conversational way, which just means having almost like that thought partner that's just there alongside you. The best way to get started with any of these AI tools is just to pick a problem you have in your everyday life, try it out, see how it works. For me, one of the best things about working in AI is all of the possibilities for the future that I get to dream about and actually start delivering on. One of the most inspirational things for me to really focus on when I think about the customer needs that are really going to drive innovation in the future is around accessibility. So like a classic everyday world example of that is a curb cut at the corner of a street. When you have a sidewalk and you don't just have a step down, but you have almost kind of this ramp, that was made to help people who are in wheelchairs be able to go up and down. When you then think about how that helps everyday lives, that helps people with strollers, wheelchairs, and it just makes everyone's life better. So I think about things like on live video calls, when you have live captioning, it can then be transformed into something that's not just being able to better read what someone is saying, but then if someone's speaking a different language, you can still be speaking in one language and they can be speaking in another, and you can still be having a real-time communication. You think about how it can break down barriers and improve access and independence across everything that we have to do in our daily lives. The possibilities are endless.
My name is Anoop. I'm Director of AI and Future Technologies at Google. Director of AI and Future Technologies means I focus on thinking about where AI and other technologies will be used to improve the user experience in the future. 20 years ago, I did my PhD in artificial intelligence and human-computer interaction. If you told me 20 years ago we'd be seeing the type of artificial intelligence technology that we're seeing today, I wouldn't have believed it. AI, I think right now is like a bullet train. Every week there's some innovation that seems tremendous. It's actually very difficult to keep up with it as a researcher, enough so that sometimes I use AI itself to help me keep track of summarizing the things that are actually happening. It's hard to say if it's comparable to the birth of the internet since it's so early in its current form. But I would say that the opportunity for AI to transform the way individuals are working and also the way individuals are learning is actually equal. AI tools are a fantastic way to improve your professional growth and development. First is in just improving your own productivity. Sitting down in front of tools that you can use to help you draft a paper, to synthesize a set of research that you're doing. AI can be used to help you create new content and new designs. You can use image creation tools today to create ideas that are in your imagination using just text-based prompts. AI-assisted coding can actually help you tackle harder problems because what it does is it'll give you suggestions for ways to approach certain problems, as well as help you in the skills you'll actually need to understand how to actually tackle them. There are tools today. They're actually easy to sit down and use. They can be very fun to use, and then they can lead to a transformative change. In recent times, with the era of large language models, I am using them to help me draft, to write, to even edit what I've actually written. And I really find that capability to help my productivity as well as help me become a better writer. I remember one article that I had to write, and it was an article trying to describe what was happening in the AI industry. And I was, at the end of the day, needing to complete this. And I said, okay, let me sit down in front of the LLM and get some hints. And it probably saved me most of my evening, to actually get the early drafts and early thinking collaboratively with the AI system. All those tools, they aren't a replacement for what I do because I need my own expertise to double check and collaborate with the AI systems. But I do find them actually quite helpful. The more I'm able to work on creative and in-depth tasks, really the deep work that I'm able to do, the more satisfied I am really in the work that I'm doing.
To start innovating with AI, consider what tasks you need to accomplish. For example, think about what slows down your work. Then think about how incorporating AI into your workflow may help you meet your needs. For inspiration, let's discuss some innovative types of AI models and explore their possibilities. MedPalm is a large language model that is designed to answer medical questions. It was built based on Google's existing LLM Palm, but it was adapted for answering medical questions through training with clinicians. The MedPalm model is exciting because it demonstrates the potential for a model that already exists, like Palm, to be specialized through training with experts in the field. Consider how workers in the healthcare industry may leverage this model and how other industries might use their own specialized models. Some machine learning and AI tools analyze just one modality or form of data in their input. A multimodal model is an AI model that can accept and learn from multiple types of input, such as images, video, or audio. AI tools that incorporate multimodal models can perform additional tasks beyond what a model that analyzes just one type of data can do. MedPalm has a multimodal version called MedPalm M. As a multimodal model, MedPalm M can do more than answer text-based medical questions. It can interpret several types of biomedical data, including language, medical imaging, and genomic data. This expands the model's potential for use in the medical field. Let's consider the following scenario. You're attending a presentation, there's a large audience, and everyone is so interested in every word the speaker has to say. Observing the speaker might inspire you. Even if you don't have the expertise to speak on the same topic, you might adopt some of the techniques the speaker uses. Likewise, you can find inspiration in how others use AI. AI is used innovatively across multiple industries. And more, humans are applying AI to create solutions to complex problems. Robotics is another industry where AI is frequently used in novel ways. The startup company RefiBird is applying AI to sensor technology to help reduce textile waste. RefiBird developed an AI system that uses sensors to identify and organize different textiles in recycling plants based on their materials. This helps reduce the amount of waste in recycling plants. Textiles made from certain materials can be sent to facilities that can process them. You can apply ideas from this example to your own work. Even if you don't have a robot or need to sort physical objects in your work, you might be inspired to use AI for sorting in another way. For instance, you might use AI to organize workplace tasks. Are there other kinds of sorting or organizational tasks AI could help you with? There are so many ways humans use AI to address questions and improve the lives of others. I encourage you to keep exploring how you too can augment your work with AI.
Hi, I'm Rena. I'm head of content and partnership enablement for responsible innovation at Google. My parents are both immigrants. My dad's from India, my mother's from the Philippines. They're both physicians and met on a fellowship in the States. They were very science-based. I was always the opposite of them. I studied humanities in college. I studied English. I was very into writing and journalism and was a business journalist for a while. My beat was innovation. So I know I have a really long title, but my team does a lot of things. Our primary purpose is to operationalize our AI principles. They're basically statements built on our mission, our values as a company, and how we serve our users responsibly. I and others on my team, we actually assess new applications that are going to be integrated into products and services. It's important to get as many points of view at the table when you're building AI. One thing about generative AI is it touches so many sectors. It touches so many different domains, so many applications in one's daily life that we need a lot of different experts and a lot of lived expertise as we're developing it. It's very helpful for testing. It's very helpful for batting around ideas and understanding ahead of time what some users' concerns might be and how you might address them. The data that our AI systems are trained on reflect a lot of historical data. That can mean there might be historical biases, historical stereotypes, et cetera, that are in the data. And so it's really important to make sure that we're looking at everything in today's world from many different perspectives. For my own team, we look across many different teams' work because there are a lot of people being really creative, being really adventurous with AI right now. It's a wide open field. One team that I've looked at and found so much inspiration from, it's the Google Arts and Culture team. This is a team that works with the world's most renowned museums and cultural institutions and makes their collections available online. And they've been doing so many exciting things that have actually inspired our work in terms of offering guidelines to developing AI responsibly. So, for example, because they work with a lot of imagery, they've been fantastic in terms of showing outputs from AI applications that make it really clear to users that they're looking at an image that was generated with AI. And so I love working with Google Arts and Culture because they come up with such not only aesthetic, but very human and very natural ways to disclose that you're looking at something or reading something that was created with AI that feels really comfortable. One of the best ways to learn about what's happening in the AI field is simply to have fun. Look for exciting ways to experience AI. Look at what your kids might be playing with. What catches your eye? What's fun? What brings you joy?
Humans have used AI in amazing ways already, and the technology continues to improve every day. Consider the telephone. After its development, it became increasingly common to find telephones in residences and workplaces. Later, this technology evolved into the mobile phones that people could carry around with them and extend their ability to communicate whenever they needed to. And now, people use smartphones for a variety of purposes. AI has a similar potential for growth. Staying knowledgeable about AI as it evolves can benefit you in the workplace in multiple ways. You can use AI to improve the quality of your work and allow you to better meet your goals. For instance, if you're writing a report for a team meeting, you can use AI to help you identify spelling and grammatical errors or to suggest ways to improve your writing. This can make your report more understandable and increase the likelihood that your audience will be responsive to your ideas. AI can also support your professional growth and development. You might leverage AI to learn a new skill. For example, if you've wanted to learn how to write Python code, try using an AI tool like GitHub Copilot to answer your questions about Python programming language. GitHub Copilot may also give you suggestions about how to write code. Finally, developing AI-related skills may help lead to professional opportunities. The demand for AI-related professional skills is increasing across virtually every American industrial sector. Therefore, growing your AI knowledge and skills may create opportunities for economic mobility. How can you leverage AI in your work? First, examine the tasks you do on a typical day. Have you already learned about any AI tools that can help you with these tasks? Second, analyze your work process as a whole. Which parts of your workflow typically cause problems or take a lot of time to complete? How might you leverage AI to address these issues? Third, address challenges in your work process whenever they arise. Perhaps your team is suddenly asked to take on a time-consuming new task that you've never performed before. If a problem like this occurs, consider augmenting your process with AI. For instance, now that you've learned that conversational AI can summarize documents, if you encounter a task at work that involves summarizing, think about including AI in that process. No matter how you incorporate AI into your workflow, make sure you're highly involved in its process. This means carefully considering if AI is suitable for your task, evaluating generated content and verifying its accuracy through credible sources, and editing any AI-generated content rather than just copying and pasting it. I encourage you to begin assessing where you can start leveraging AI in your own work processes.
I'm Greg. I'm a research scientist at Google, and that means that I try to build technologies and develop new ways to make machines intelligent. So when I was a kid, I watched a lot of TV, mostly kind of nerdy educational programs like Nova and things like that. And I became fascinated with physics and how the universe worked. And despite the fact that this wasn't the sort of thing that most people in my family did, I became convinced that I wanted to go to a university and study physics. In the process of my education, I learned that the thing in the world that I was most interested in understanding was actually the brain and human cognition. And so I went to graduate school in neuroscience. I met folks who were exploring not just how the brain worked, but how the brain could teach us to build machines that were more intelligent. And I came to Google to follow those ideas, to understand whether there were ideas from biology and neuroscience that could help us build machines that were smarter. The shift from machines that only understand exactly what they're explicitly told to machines that can actually learn from experience or data or mistakes has been nothing less than transformational. Seeing how other people use a piece of technology, use a tool, whether it's AI or something else, gives you new ideas about how you might use that tool, right? It's almost like watching cooking shows. You don't have to make the same thing that the chef makes on the show to learn something about how you could use this tool differently. I really encourage people to be educated about how the technology is useful, because there may be something that's similar problem, even if it comes from a different field or a different industry. I think that the approach to using AI in a new way for an application or technology is actually relatively simple, which is that you should start with play. Start with trying to play with a toy version of the problem and a toy solution, and see if you can make it work in a simplified environment or at a small scale that gives you confidence that you can try something bigger. Try it not for composing an entire orchestral piece. Try it for just completing a melody or a phrase. But if there's any advice at all, it's to try to appreciate the opportunity as broadly as you can and be willing to try things again. And so there's really an opportunity to be someone who makes a discovery about how to use a tool well, how to get a new effect with the technology, how to use it for a new purpose. So whether you're building AI or discovering ways to use it, the opportunity for innovation and creativity is in your hands, not anyone else's.
The possibilities of AI are inspiring, and I hope you continue to find ways to apply AI to your work. In this section of the course, we explored how you can continue to grow your understanding of AI. First, we went over how to discover and evaluate new tools. Next, we covered how to find inspiration from AI innovations. We explored inventive AI models and discovered some of the creative ways AI is already being incorporated into certain fields of work. Finally, we identified opportunities to leverage AI in the workplace, and we reflected on how an understanding of AI can benefit you. Great work! I enjoyed guiding you through an exploration of AI and the future. Congratulations on completing this course. It's great that you've taken the time to learn about AI and the possibilities for incorporating it into your work. We explored so many different concepts related to AI. First, we explored the basics of AI. We covered some foundational AI concepts, such as what AI is and how it works. And we discussed the capabilities and limitations of AI in the workplace. Next, we discussed ways to apply AI to work tasks. We covered the basics of an AI model and how it's trained on large amounts of data to accomplish a wide variety of tasks. And we discussed a variety of common applications for AI tools. Then, we explored how to help increase productivity, optimize workflow, and solve problems in the workplace with AI tools. And we covered the importance of human involvement and judgment when using AI tools in your work, including practicing personal responsibility with any AI-augmented task. After that, we went over how to write effective prompts. We examined how large language models produce output. We also discussed how writing clear and specific prompts is an important part of prompt engineering, as well as how to analyze output and revise prompts as necessary. Then, we talked about how to use AI responsibly. We covered common risks and unfair biases that are inherent to AI tools and how to mitigate them. We also went over potential social harms and security repercussions of using AI in the workplace. Finally, we learned some strategies for staying current with AI. We explored how to evaluate AI tools for the workplace and took inspiration from how others are innovating with AI in different industries. We also identified ways to leverage AI in the workplace. Where you go next is up to you. You might schedule a regular networking chat with others in your industry to learn about the latest advancements in AI. You can advocate for responsible AI practices at your company. Maybe you focus more closely on certain aspects of AI, such as how to best integrate multimodal models or the latest research techniques for engineering prompts. Or you might start leveraging AI in your day-to-day work using tools introduced in this course or new AI tools that you identify. No matter what your next step is, I'm proud of you for taking this course and learning more about AI.